Hi everyone, I'm sitting in the middle of the Peruvian Amazon, which is absolutely gorgeous. Show you a little bit around. Just lots of plants and trees, obviously. The energy here is amazing. I love it. I've been here for about just under a month now, and it's awesome. Oh my god, there's this freaking fly. Ooh. Except for the bugs. I don't like the bugs. But it's something you get used to, I guess. You also get used to not washing your hair. I'm really greasy and I look awful, but that's okay. The only place that we can really bathe is in a river, and it's kind of murky, not very clean, but that's okay. It's all part of the experience. I have to watch out for like snakes and stuff. I don't want to get bit. There's nobody out here but me, so I gotta be careful. So the purpose of making this video is to go along with the first video that I made about ayahuasca and how it changed my life. A lot of people have been asking me to film what happened in that experience to make, my life change like that. So, yeah, I'll just tell you about it now then. I was in Ecuador in January, and I went to an ayahuasca center called Napusumai Ayahuasca Lodge. And it's just outside of Tena, I think? Tena, yeah. And so, yeah, the night I drank ayahuasca, the effects came on really strong. And, I could see the typical, like, hallucinogenic, like, colors and swirls and whatever, with my eyes open and closed. It was very vivid and very bright. And that went on for a long time. It was like I would close my eyes and I would see these like kind of like mazes, and I would follow the maze into the trip like deeper and deeper. And so that happened for a while, and my body felt very like tingly and just it was like vibrating and like buzzing, and it felt really cool. And then I started to see like big bugs, like these huge like ants and spiders like crawling across my vision, and with my eyes open and closed, so it's kind of creepy. But after a while, I felt my body like just become possessed, like just taken over with the spirit of ayahuasca, and it told me to stand up and walk outside. And the way the ceremony house is set up, it's like an open concept. There's no doors or anything, and there's some walls, but there's like spaces where you can walk in and out of. It's not closed off. So yeah, I got up, and it was really hard to walk at first. I felt very dizzy and wobbly, and I kind of felt almost like the way I was walking, I felt like an animal or some sort of like creature. It was really interesting. But so I got up, left the ceremony house, and I looked around outside, and everything was made up of these, it's so hard to like describe it, but like everywhere I looked, like all the trees, the plants, everything was made up of these little like geometrical patterns and designs that were really brightly colored, and very vibrant and brightly colored. And so that was amazing in itself. It was very beautiful. And I was told, not told, but I guess, I don't know, the medicine brought me over to this one tree that was in the yard. And I walked over to this tree and I put my hands on it, on the bark, and I slowly brought my forehead to it. And as soon as my forehead touched this tree, I had this huge, overwhelming, like, just wave of love, like the purest love I've ever felt in my life just wash over me and through me. And I started bawling my eyes out because it was just so intense and amazing and beautiful, and I just, like, it's it's making me like tear up now just thinking about it. But yeah, the love I felt for this tree, and not only the tree, but everything, like the whole world, the whole universe, like nature, people, strangers, like just love for everything and everybody, and myself too. Like I just, it was one of the most amazing feelings of my life. And so I stayed with this tree for a while. I was like holding it and like putting my face on it and just crying with this tree, just crying like pure tears of joy. And it was quite amazing. And so once I was finished with this tree, I I was taken over to this clearing in the yard that kind of overlooked the jungle, and I could see like all the stars and the moon in the sky, and I stood there just in awe at the beauty of all these things, and I was slowly brought down to my knees. Like, I wasn't doing this. Like, this was, like, my body was taken over. And I was brought down to my knees, and my hands slowly came together in, like, prayer position on, like, just on my chest. And I started to pray. And I'm not one to pray ever. Like, I just never prayed before. And so the fact that this was happening was very, very interesting. And I was praying to the universe, and I was thanking it, and I was thanking Mother Nature, and I was thanking Ayahuasca, and I was just being so, grateful for everything and appreciating everything, and I was crying as well. I started crying again, just at the beauty and everything, and yeah, so that was just incredible. I was just, I don't even know. Like, these words are not doing any of this justice, but just know that it was one of the most amazing things of my life. And so after that, I got up. I kept walking around in the yard looking at things. I saw this log that had a little hole in it, and I looked into this hole, and it seemed to go on forever and ever, and there were all these like cool like colors and shapes and stuff like spinning around in this log. And there was this one vision that I had of my face, and it was growing in a tree, like in with the roots and stuff, and the message that I got from this was to love myself and to love my face, and because I'm always really, like a lot of girls are, very like self-conscious, and they want to look good and whatever, and I was always very hard on myself, I guess, for the way I looked. I don't know. But that's definitely changed. Like, I'm filming a video now with absolutely no makeup on. I'm greasy as hell. I don't really care what I look like anymore, so that's good. So yeah, that was one message that I got from the trip. What else did I get? Oh, there's so much to remember. There was this one point where I like transformed into this bird. I don't know what kind of bird it was, but it was pretty big, and it was dark. It was like a black bird or something, and I started flapping my arms and like just looking around, and like I felt like I was flying, and it was amazing. It was really cool. I'm really starting to think that bird, like that kind of bird, is like my spirit animal or something like that. My sister always tells me I look like a bird, so it makes sense. So yeah, there was that. What else happened? I would see just like random little things. I saw lots of eyes, just like blankets of eyes, like everywhere, with my eyes open and closed. It reminded me a lot of some of Alex Gray's work, which is really cool. I love his work. And what else? Just like, random things I would see here and there. There was this one part where I walked over to where the lodge was, and there was a light on, And seeing the light on ayahuasca is very strange because everything looks so weird. And like you would move your hand over like this, and it would have like a oh, these flies. My hand would have like a trail and stuff, and like things had like strings coming out of them, and I don't know, it was really weird. But there was this one point where I had a camera in my pocket, and I took out the camera and I started recording, and I started saying these things that just, it wasn't me saying them, it was like I was channeling ayahuasca or something, like the spirit of ayahuasca, or I was channeling some sort of spirit, and my voice got really, really like high pitched, and I was saying things like, you are the one, you have all the answers, like just weird things like that. And it was, I don't know, like watching that the next day was very strange. Like I didn't look like myself, I didn't sound like myself, and those weren't my words. Like I wouldn't normally, say things like that, but that was very cool. And so yeah, just that whole experience, like mostly with the tree, being with the tree and then praying, is just, it connected me so much with nature, with myself. Like oh, it's just, I don't know, that whole thing just, it changed my life. Like I don't know how else to explain that, like how else to say that. It changed my life, and I'm so grateful that I went and did that, because now like I feel like I'm on the right path. Like I stopped acting. I'm here in Peru, on like doing more ayahuasca and like learning so much, and I'm on the spiritual path now, and it feels right, and I just wanna share that with everybody, and yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna probably make another video tomorrow or something before I leave here, just explaining like what I'm doing here and how awesome it is and how everybody should come here because it's great. And yeah, cool. Thanks for listening.